What's up, guys? Today we are going to be talking about a very interesting concept, which is the difference between power shielding a projectile and power shielding an attack. To set the scene here, we have a Falco on the right that's going to be shooting a laser, serving as our projectile, and a Falco on the left that's going to be doing a forward smash towards the Samus, which will serve as the attack. Now, let's just get right into it. The very interesting thing is that usually when you shield an attack, you experience shield stun. You have to wait for the shield stun to be over to be able to do any action, right? Interestingly enough, this is not the case when you're power shielding a projectile. If I power shield this projectile with the fox on the right over here, obviously, I'm able to act immediately. I just immediately went into jump squat. Obviously, you do have to shield, so you're not able to like dash or do something like a forward smash. But if you want to do, for example, a wave dash here, let's see, 1, 2, 3. If I do a wave dash towards, you can actually get some very interesting situations set up for yourself if you're able to utilize moving immediately after power shielding a projectile. So here I think we've wave dashed for like 2 frames or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm actually able to combo a shine off of this power shielded laser because of how much frame advantage I have. And this is because I took advantage of the fact I experienced no shield stun when I power shield a projectile specifically. So that, on top of obviously the power shielded projectile moving back towards your opponent, is the main interesting thing about power shielding projectiles. You experience no shield stun. A lot of people do not take advantage of the fact that they actually have this extra frame advantage, so they're able to move much more quickly, but that's just kind of how it goes. So, alternatively, we could be power shielding an attack, right? So, let's just go over here really quickly. I should be controlling the Samus. Let me just make sure here. Controlling Samus and nobody else. Perfect. So, here's a concept that we have to talk about real quick. If you look at the action states listed right up over here, I am controlling player 1. So as I'm like dashing and moving, you see at the very top that Samus, I'm now in like jump, land, dash, whatever. I'm controlling port 1. So, if you look at this, I'm going to shield, right? Just going to shield, and then I'll let go of shield. And so I go into these frames called guard off. Some people will call this shield release. A few other people have a couple other names for it. But I like calling it guard off because that's literally just the name of the action state. The interesting thing about power shielding an attack is that you still experience the shield stun, just like you regularly would if you had regularly shielded the attack. This is a misconception a lot of people have. They think it cancels the shield stun and that you're able to grab quicker. This is not the case. You cannot shield grab any more quickly if you power shield an attack or if you regularly shield an attack. But the interesting thing about power shielding attacks is that you are able to cancel these guard off frames into moves. You cannot cancel them into dashes, but you can cancel them into moves. Or any movement. I don't think that you could turn either out of guard off, just to be clear. You could jump, but getting very specific. Regardless, let's just check this out really quick. So if we look over here, I'll go frame by frame the first time, is that we have a Falco who's going to be forward smashing eventually, I'm sure. Okay, great. So we have Falco forward smashing here. I'm going to be power shielding with the Samus. I have just power shielded the attack, right? I'm in guard damage. Again, if we look at the action state at the very top, I am in guard damage. So if we wait, I've released the shield trigger, right? So I will release my shield as soon as possible. So I have pressed L, released L. Now let's just check this out really quick. So I eventually, now I'm in guard off. So what happens if, say, I want to down smash? Can I just down smash? Well, yes, I can. So this is actually something very interesting, is that you can cancel these guard off frames, and in general, I believe guard off frames last for 13 frames, probably something I should have known before I did the video, but I'm pretty sure it's like somewhere between 12 and 14 frames, the amount of frames that guard off generally lasts, but instead, when you power shield the attack, you could just cancel it. This can get really interesting if you're like Fox or Falco and you want to do power shield up tilt or power shield shine. These are incredibly fast options where otherwise, you don't have access to shield into up tilt. And if you want to do shine out of shield, you have to commit to your jump squat usually. But here, if you power shield the attack, you could just release shield, cancel your guard off into an attack, which is why you see a lot of Samuses and Peaches do things like power shield down smashes on Falcos. I'm sure that a lot of people have seen that. This is that concept that they're working with. And I think I can actually get this on reaction. I actually almost want to test myself. Yep, so I can actually just get this Power Shield down smash in real time. Only because, this is not something reliable, by the way, only because I have no buffer on my monitor right now, so I'm able to actually react really quickly. That was just a little bit to brag. But that is the difference, is that you are still experiencing shield stun when you actually Power Shield an attack, but you do not experience any shield stun when you Power Shield a projectile. So you can utilize both of these things in interesting ways, canceling your guard off with one of them and then moving immediately in the other, right? But you cannot cancel, just to be very clear, you cannot cancel your guard off frames if you Power Shield a projectile. So you can't like Power Shield down smash a Falco laser, if that makes any sense. So maybe try to incorporate this into your game. It gets very interesting. There are a lot of things that you can Power Shield on reaction and turn around for yourself into huge punishes. Obviously, this down smash against Falco is very, very punishing. If you're a Peach main, you should be trying to do some Power Shield down smashes. It's very useful. But if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about anything that I explained, please ask below. I'd love to have a conversation. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time, all right? See ya.